Hey, sports fans, Larry Eater here. It's Conversations with Larry. We've got all kinds of fun things to talk about today. This is the Laren Hall. This is the global headquarters of RunBlogRun in Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. It's been my home since 2007. And thanks to my girlfriend, Kathy, we've got all my track memorabilia in one place. All kinds of crazy stuff, including an award from a Zippy the Pinhead 5K that my buddy Don Paul used to put on back in San Francisco in the 90s. So, and a discus from 1888, from the 1888 AAU that I got off eBay. So, all kinds of fun things. Anyway, we're going to talk about some topics near and dear to my heart today, and I would love to hear your thoughts. And the way you can get to me is at runblogrun@gmail.com. Just send me your note, put subject line Convos with Larry, or Larry, you're out of your mind, or Larry, get off the crack pipe, or whatever you want to put in the subject line. And, I'll try to answer your questions and even, post them. You can also, on the Run Blog Run blog site, we have a wonderful little area where you can make comments, and people have been doing that. And that would be fun too. The whole world can see your comments. Okay, here we go. Our first topic today is Budapest. Why Budapest was my favorite world champs in the 14 that I've been to. I started going in 1995, Gothenburg, Sweden. Loved it. It was my first time out of the country. It was an incredible event. The people were wondrous. The performances were great. The PR events that the brands did, among them Nike and Reebok and Adidas, were fantastic. Nikes were the best they ever had. They've never come near it since then. But most of all, it was the performances. It was the city of Gothenburg. It was the charm of Sweden, and it was the fans. In Budapest, Budapest is a city in Central Europe. It is the capital of the country Hungary, which has about 9 million people. Not real big in terms of the countries in Europe, but it's got a great history. Goes back to about 79 AD when the Romans first had a fort there, which is now a World Heritage Site. During that time, Hungary has been invaded by more different groups than any place in Europe. And that is why the diversity among the people there is so apparent. And it's very interesting and ironic with where their politics finds himself at this time as well. But Viktor Orban, who is the prime minister of Hungary, championed the support of the federal government and the local government to make the event a success. They gave the money, but it was people like Martin July and Balázs Nemeth and Adam Schmidt who put the event on the global stage. There were great crowds at every session, even the morning sessions, which were hot as hell, but had great performances. The idea of having all the finals in the evenings on the track and having the marathon finals and the walk finals in the morning was brilliant. The walk finals and the marathon gave people who were unable to go to the sessions a chance to see and be involved in the event. The medal ceremony that they did better than anybody. It was outside of the stadium, and they were getting 5,000 to 10,000 people. They had musical performers. It was always fun, great food, and people loved it. People lingered, they stayed around, and they enjoyed it. The city of Budapest was a great host with wonderful history, incredible architecture, great food. I had goulash almost every day, and people were very, very nice. Now, there are many who only spoke Hungarian. They do not speak English. And Hungarian is a unique language. It is similar to Basque and Finnish on the European continent. That's about it. It's such a combination of things. My grandfather spoke Hungarian to me as a child, and it affected how I spoke English. And sometimes at the very end of my sentences kind of run off. And so I have to consciously think about those things. But my grandfather spoke to me in Hungarian as a kid. And so when I would hear Hungarian, it's very comforting. But the performances were fantastic. I was very happy that Hungary received one medal. Bence Balash was a hammer thrower. He got the bronze medal. He actually led for a while, and the crowd just went crazy. And what was fun, it was on their biggest national celebration, St. Stephen's Day. St. Stephen was the first Catholic king of Hungary. Big deal there with a country that's over 80% Catholic. Congratulations to the LOC. Congratulations to the volunteers. Congratulations to Susanna and her team in the media center. Congratulations to World Athletics for putting on a tremendous event. Every session was compelling and actually better than the day before. We did podcast every night. Our numbers were just crazy. Our numbers are 8 times up from where they were in June, going from about 525,000 viewers a day to a little over 4.4 million. And it's continued. And we're trying to put up substantial content to really keep people interested and build towards Paris 2024. But Budapest was a fantastic championships. And what they did was the entire city was involved in the championships, unlike what we saw in Eugene last year. And we've seen in other championships where outside of the stadium, there's not a lot of excitement. In Budapest, there was. And it made the papers, it made TV, it made the radio. And when I talked to taxi drivers every day, they knew about it. So Budapest did all the right things. What can we learn from that event? You need to promote it. Congratulations to Balash Nemeth, who was the man in charge of communications, and they promoted the meet around the world. They hired me to write about it in the US. We never had any of that kind of stuff with Eugene. They didn't think anybody needed to, that everybody was just, that's one of the big problems in the US, is the US really doesn't know how to promote anything. And they think that because they're doing it, people are just going to show up. That's not how you promote events. And it's one of the reasons why events like Budapest, like the Weltklasse, like Brussels, are so big and so important and so huge, is because they do promote their events. So congratulations to Budapest for doing such a great job and for being my favorite world championships in the 14 that I've been to. This is Larry Eder with RunBlogRun. This is Conversations with Larry. Talk to you soon.